This is a video about mental illness and what I've been through. Um, I found out recently that I had schizoaffective disorder. It's schizophrenia mixed with bipolar. It makes its own mental illness. Um, I was diagnosed bipolar when I was 18 now. Um, I've had breakdowns, a lot of them, and been in and out of mental hospital since I was 18. Um, the worst breakdown I was in was um, during a time when my boyfriend that passed away was in jail. I had a major breakdown. I was off all my medications pretty much. I actually wanted to get off Seroquel and Depakote on my own because I hated how they made me feel. Um, and I just did not like the medication. It made me feel like I was a zombie, not myself. It just, I hated it. So, I got it on my own. Um, I love the mania of a breakdown. I loved how it made me feel. I felt powerful and energized, and like I was on top of the world, pretty much. Um, and then it got bad. Um, I was self harming. I was cutting. I thought at one point I was vampiric, so I was doing all that kind of stuff, feeding off myself with, my own blood. I know that's gross, but there are vampiric people. I know now that I'm not vampiric. It was a stage of my mania, um, and I just did some crazy things. I was cutting with a razor. I repented for it, and actually broke the razors because I wanted to stop doing it, and I haven't done it for a very long time. I think like 6 or 7 years that I haven't self harm or done anything like that. Um, when I'm in a breakdown, I have the what's that called? I have the schizophrenic part of the schizoaffective disorder, where I get out of touch with reality. I get delusions, hidden messages from God, just messages that I think is for me, just all kinds of weird, crazy things that I go through when I'm in a breakdown. I also, in a breakdown, don't sleep at all, and I can stay awake for weeks and days on end. Um, the bad part of my breakdown is that I get very violent. I've learned having a child I have to be serious about my medications, and I've been very serious about my medications, taking them properly, getting my Invega injection, and doing everything that I need to do. I've learned from having breakdowns and bad experiences being off my medication that I needed it, and that the mania and the breakdowns not that fun. Um, Sadly, I get very violent when I'm in a breakdown. I get out of touch with reality. Um, I get very strong, and I have had 10 nurses try to pin me down at one point to get a shot, and they had to talk me down. That's how strong I am. I had a reflex one time when I got mad at somebody in a mental hospital, and I picked him up by his throat, up in the air. Yeah. um, um, what else? I get very religious when I'm in a breakdown, and I'm talking to God all the time, not taking care of myself whatsoever, doing reckless things, just not myself at all. A totally different person. I don't have multiple personality disorder though, but I one point in a breakdown thought that I did because I scared myself, and I've tried to OD before. About a year ago when Andrew passed away, my boyfriend that passed away last year. died in a fire, and I tried to OD. I was also going through a really hard time with my family and just felt like I was not loved or cared for, and I tried to OD. I got help. I got on a depression medication, and got stabilized and got therapy and everything and all that jazz. And it was a very selfish act, trying to kill myself. Thank God for my family calling, the ambulance, and thank God, for charcoal that you can take. I tried to puke up the pills, but they would not come up. Um, I actually tried to OD with my medication that I was on. I took a handful and put it in my mouth and chugged something. Um, so I just felt so lost without Andrew, and I felt like nobody cared about me at that point. And I was just going through a hard time, and I'm glad to still be here. Before Cam was born, when Andrew was in jail, I thought he was going to be in jail for life. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know he was only going to be there for 2 years. So being in a breakdown during that time, I tried to kill myself as well. Tried to cut my wrists. Well, cut myself. That's when I started thinking that I was vampiric, because I thought, I don't want to die, so I thought to, drink the blood to, you know, help the situation kind of thing. And evil spirits were around me, taunting me, saying things in my head, not voices, but just thoughts, telling me, cut, bitch, cut. You're a worthless fucking bitch. Fucking kill yourself. And stuff like that. I was in a major fucking breakdown during that time. I pretty much just gave up on everything and just was not on my medication, was just, at this point, I was getting off my medication on my own, and hated the way Seroquel and Depakote made me feel, and just wanted to do it on my own without my doctor, just wanted to do it. And it got really bad. I wanted to make this video, and I know this is a lot of personal stuff and all that, but I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of people with mental illness that maybe can relate to the things that I've been through, and self-harm is not good. You don't want to see scars on your body, and I have burn marks and cut marks on me for the rest of my life because I self-harmed. And what would have happened, oh shit, sorry, hold on. And what would have happened if I didn't get help? What would have happened? I would be dead, and that was before my son was born. Besides the trying to OD, what would have happened to me? I would have been dead. I wouldn't be able to even have my kid. And my kids changed my life for the best. I don't play with that kind of stuff anymore. And I've been out of a hospital for a year now because I wasn't there when my mom passed away, because I couldn't handle that either, but I didn't try to hurt myself. But yeah, so thumbs up and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.